abscond case in the UAE and how to avoid it. Abscond case is an application will be submitted to immigration or Ministry of Labor based on your visa status. If it's still active, they have to file it first to Ministry of Labor, and after that to immigration by your sponsor that you run away and you did not come to work anymore. In general, abscond case is when you don't report to your work for 7 days without a valid reason. Your company has the right to file you an abscond case because you did not come to work, as I said, for 7 days.
Absconding matters. You face an absconding, the employer made against you an absconding. I'll make it very easy, simple to understand. They told you come back after 7 days and take your benefits. And once you went to take your benefits after 7 days, they made absconding. They told you leave the house as a housemaid, and then they made absconding that you ran away from the house. What you have to do immediately once you find out about the absconding, you don't wait. Now, for the first absconding or fresh case, you go and make an objection. Objection how? A request from Tasheel to withdraw the abscond. Absconding, withdraw application. And the employer number and the details. The labor will investigate. And once they investigate, if they find out the absconding is fake, illegal, wrong made, false claim, they will remove your absconding. And I have seen many cases like that. Status number 2, or another status. You know about the absconding, you late. Find out the reason that this abscond is not correct. You the one have to find out, not the lawyer, not a friend, no one. You the one will know this absconding is made in a wrong procedure.
It is true that almost 80% of employees in the United Arab Emirates who escape from their sponsors will have absconding cases filed against them. It is also true that most of the tourists or visitors who come to the United Arab Emirates as tourists, once they overstay their visas after the grace period, the travel agencies will also file absconding cases against them. Absconding case is a criminal case in the United Arab Emirates, and it can lead to deportation or even a travel ban in the United Arab Emirates. How do you come to know that you actually have the absconding case filed against you? What should you do in case you happen to find out that? Also, I'll be answering some questions in this video. However, this video should not be taken for legal purposes. It is only for information purposes. If you have a question, kindly leave it in the comment section. I will be glad to assist you, and let's get started. In the United Arab Emirates, an employer may file an absconding complaint with the Ministry of Human Resources and Emiratisation if an employee is absent from work continuously for 7 days without formally informing the employer. This is in accordance with Article 28 of the Cabinet Resolution number 1 of 2022. Once it is found true, the worker cannot seek employment by another employer for up to a period of 1 year from when the case was filed until or up to when the absconding case is lifted. In this video, we will look at what absconding is, how to check whether or not you have the absconding case, what to do upon finding out that it has been filed against you. Just make sure you subscribe and click the bell notification so you do not have to miss a video. Absconding in the United Arab Emirates is a criminal case and can lead to deportation by the absconder once found true. A travel ban may also be imposed on the absconder in such a scenario. and this is according to Article 18 of the UAE Immigration Law. But what is absconding? According to the English dictionary, absconding is to depart secretly, to escape, or to run away. An absconding report could be filed against a tourist or a visitor in the UAE who overstays past the grace period of their visitor visa. It is activated automatically by the immigration system, or it could also be filed by the travel agency that issued the visit visa. Some visitors come to learn of the absconding cases at the airport when exiting the country, so it is important to always check your visa validity at all times. Yes, you can leave the UAE with an absconding case, but you may face a travel ban for a period of 1 year or for lifetime, as may be determined by the General Directorate of Residency and Foreigners Affairs in Dubai or the ICA in Abu Dhabi and other Emirates. For the case of tourists and visitors at the airport, you will have to first of all pay the overstay fines. Until then, you will not be allowed to leave the UAE, or else when there are special cases, when an outpass has been issued. How do I get to know whether or not I have an absconding case filed against me? It can be done in two ways. Number one is through the GDRFA mobile application or the GDRFA General Directorate for Residency and Foreigners Affairs website, or the GDRFA mobile application for visas issued in Dubai, or the ICA application for visas issued in Abu Dhabi and other Emirates. I will also be leaving a link in links in the description where you can access the applications for free. Once you have downloaded and installed the application on your device, you can launch it and create an account. Head to the main menu, individual services, and fill in your details. Once you fill in your details, you can check by passport, or you can also check by Emirates ID, and you will be able to view the status of your file. Once it is indicated as violated on the file status, then chances are high that an absconding case was filed against you. Alternatively, you can contact a licensed legal practitioner in the United Arab Emirates to check on your behalf. What then should you do once you come to learn that an absconding case was filed against you? It could be the travel agency that filed the case, and you can approach the travel agency which issued your visa and discuss the possibility of having the absconding case lifted. That is the case for tourists or for visitors. Once you come to learn that an absconding case was filed against you, the easiest and the simplest way to have it lifted is by approaching the person or by approaching the one who filed the case. It could be the travel agency that filed the case, and you can approach the travel agency which issued your visa and discuss the possibility of having the absconding case lifted. That is the case for tourists or for visitors. You can also approach your sponsor, the one who filed it, to discuss the possibility of having it lifted. This is in the situation of those who are former employees of certain companies. If the sponsor is not willing to cooperate, then you have to seek legal services from the legal practitioners licensed in that emirate where the case was filed. Alternatively, you can approach the Ministry of Human Resources and Emiratisation. Article 7, Resolution 47 of 2022 provides that the ministry may cancel the ministry may cancel the unexpected work abandonment complaint at the request of either the employer or the employee if it is proven that 7 consecutive days have not passed since the last working day. If it can also be proven that the worker is present at the workplace, the absconding case can also be lifted if with the consent of the employer to restore the labor relationship, provided that the establishment does still exist and the employer undertakes to pay the fines due. If also the employer allows the worker to cease work to search for another job, the absconding case can also be lifted. And also if there is a legitimate reason for not reporting to work or any other reason in which the complaint is proven to be invalid, absconding case can also be lifted. And also if there is a legitimate reason for not reporting to work or any other reason in which the complaint is proven to be invalid. If you can prove beyond reasonable doubt that the case was wrongfully filed, then the ministry can have the absconding case lifted, and in that case the sponsor will have to pay some fines. How can you approach the ministry to apply for a cancellation request? The Ministry of Human Resource and Emiratisation has a toll-free hotline which is 80060, which you can call to follow up on any complaints or transactions that you may have with the ministry, or you can also send an email ask@mohre.gov.ae, or alternatively you can call the number 600-590000, or you can also download the Ministry of Human Resource and Emiratisation application, and you can also proceed to www.mohre.ae. All these are different ways where you can have the absconding case lifted. This brings us to the end of our video. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section. I will be glad to assist you. With all that being said, I want to say goodbye to all of you. For those who are new to my channel, kindly subscribe so you do not have to miss out a video.